Hello, I'm Red. Welcome to the Great Red Line. Today I want to talk to you guys about a couple things. First of all, let's talk about the immigration debacle that's going on in America today and how it affects not only American citizens but also those that consider themselves undocumented. We call them illegals, but they call themselves undocumented, the same in human beings. And then this Miss Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. And I want to kind of share some thoughts about what she's been saying lately and how that's going to impact us all moving into this next election and perhaps even the elections beyond. On immigration, though, first of all, build the wall. Build the wall. This problem has been going on for way too long. Nancy Pelosi, Chuck Schumer, you have failed America. We put our trust and faith in you and all the other jackals and clowns that have been serving with you for a long time. Chuck Schumer, you're all over Twitter crying about how we need a wall just a few years ago, and all of a sudden you change your tune now that Donald Trump decides that he's going to come into office and he's going to build that wall for the American people. You should be ashamed of yourself. You're all over Twitter, all over YouTube, bowing before Vladimir Putin, shaking his hand, groveling, telling him he's going to get a Krispy Kreme donut. You have got to be the most absolutely disgusting person that I've seen in politics today. You're the kind of person that doesn't stand for anything, so you fall for everything. You fall all over your damn self from one talking point to the next. And you don't absolutely represent the causes that people elect you to. You're supposed to be in office representing the American people, but instead you're fucking defending these illegal foreign citizens. And that's the problem. They are foreign citizens. They don't have rights to be here. They shouldn't be here. They made an illegal decision to come into our country the wrong way, or they came in the right way and overstayed their visa. In either event, millions of these people have to go home. If we give them amnesty, if we make a deal and we allow these people to stay, we might as well be encouraging more to come over. I've spent a lot of my previous time before I'm doing what I'm doing now. I spent a lot of my life working as a public educator. And I'll tell you right now that if you let one student get away with something in the classroom, everybody else is watching. And not only are they watching in that classroom, but they're watching in the class before that classroom and the class after that classroom because they talk in the hallways in between. If we give amnesty to these foreign citizens, these illegal aliens, there will be more coming. Mark my words. They're going to have just a sad story. It'll be even sadder because they'll have perfected the art of manipulating our emotions to be able to extort protections and citizenship rights. But they'll be coming over here with even sadder stories, demanding the same kind of freaking deal. And it's a black hole, man. We will lose our country. We will lose our culture. Latin America will flood into our country at a rate we've never even seen before. It's time to get tough. It's time to be tough and consistent and fair, not brutal. We don't need to beat these people in the streets, but we do need to apprehend them and we do need to ship them out and deport them. Okay? And then differentiating between dreamers and DACA and normally foreign undocumented workers, it's all just a name game. It's all semantics. The real question is are you a citizen of this country or are you not? And if you're not, you've got to go. And if you are, then you get to stay. Great. It's really simple. Are you a citizen of America? There are lots of people that come to America the legal way. They have to take a citizenship test, which is no joke. They have to wait in line, go through all kinds of documentation processes. And when they make it to the finish line, that means something. These are invested people, man. They love this country. Some of the best patriots you're going to find out there are legal immigrants. But these undocumented foreign scammers, these illegals, they need to be shipped the hell out of our country, and we need to build that fucking wall. Donald Trump, you got my support. You have been the best president of my lifetime, hands down. You are making America great, and there are a lot of people that are fighting you for it, fighting you because they want to see America fall. They want to see this continued managed decline as our wealth and our prosperity is shipped overseas to countries like China. You gave up a cush, posh lifestyle to come into that White House, that just nasty viper pit. And you've been doing that for us, for people like me. You've been fighting every day. And so I just want to say God bless you. Thank you. Yeah, I'm not a perfect person, man, but you're an inspiration to me. And, I look up to you and the way that you handle all the stress and all the haters daily. And I just think the world of you. And I thank you so much for how much you're fighting for the American people. We want our communities back. I grew up in Oklahoma, and I've lived all over. I've lived in California when I was in the Marine Corps, and I lived in Florida, lived in Texas, and I lived all over. And I can tell you what, Middle America and parts of Florida, when you get down to Miami and Orlando, we're losing it. It's not even really recognizable as America anymore in some places. In some places in Oklahoma, if you can't speak Spanish, you're shit out of luck, because everybody around you is a foreign citizen, or they don't even speak English. I mean, go to Guyman. There's a big old meat processing plant up there that is just completely packed, filled with foreigners. That's like 70% of the town's income. Just these illegal aliens. There's so many people that have got their hand in this cookie jar, and it's just one corrupt criminal racket that needs to be brought to an end. So what's going to happen whenever we start rounding these illegal aliens up and start deporting them is that we're going to have a lot of housing. It's going to open up all of a sudden for Americans to be able to live there. And then that's going to lower the price, because supply and demand, the more supply, the cheaper that homes are going to be for American citizens to be able to occupy. It's going to be more jobs available for American citizens to occupy. There's going to be more jobs available for legal immigrants to occupy. And that's what we need to be thinking about. How are we doing a justice or a disservice, maybe, to illegal aliens if we allow these foreigners to stay here and give them amnesty? That is it's reprehensible to me. So I really hope this whole amnesty talk in exchange for a border wall goes out the wayside. A border wall is a necessity. I mean, it's a necessity. We're being invaded. We've got millions of people here that shouldn't be here right now. What other freaking points of proof do you need? It's an invasion. And I'm not saying they're all these horrible freaking people, but some of them are. I'm not saying that they're these evil-ass people that they're all bad. I don't speak in generalities. But they are all foreign citizens, and that's enough for me. I don't really need to morally weigh each and every one of their merits. I just really got to ask myself, are they American? And if they're not, then they all go home. It's all there is to it. Yes, it's tough. Yes, there's going to be Democrats going to be pissed off about it. Democrats are always pissed off, though. So it's not like we're going to be losing anything there. It's all they do is they complain, they bitch, they pervert and distort and tear down. They don't ever build. There's nothing constructive that comes from them, which is what kind of brings me to the second thing I want to talk about. This Alexandria Cortez. My good Lord. I mean, first of all, everybody on Twitter, all the people that I follow, and some of the people that I don't follow, that I have linked to me, that I'm able to read their stuff, everybody's making fun of her. She's just, she's good for laughs. I gotta tell you, she's not real smart, but I gotta caution everybody that's listening right now. This woman is dangerous. She's got some very, very dangerous ideas. And she's just angry enough, and she's just pretty enough to where she's got the mainstream left-wing media's attention and all their mindless, drunk, high, moronic viewers that are just getting this empty space filled up with all that socialism and those communist ideas. And this is not a new thing. This is actually part of the playbook and how it happens. One of the things that happened in Russian collusion's bullshit, but one of the things that happened in Russia at the turn of the 19th century was that there was a civil war there, and Russia used to be ruled by the czars and was somewhat capitalist in the fact that they had a very rich class, they had an upper class, and that was a job producing class that is similar in America in some ways. In some ways it wasn't, but I digress. The point is that those people were eventually beaten, their homes were stolen, their money was taken, and all this was done for the greater good. Why? Well, because they had too much and everybody else didn't have enough. Sounds kind of familiar, doesn't it? Her idea of taxing those that make over $10 million of 70% of their wages is absolutely horrifying. And if it doesn't horrify you, then I gotta say, you really don't think very highly of your other man, your other people in this society. You know, like what's the difference between a rich person and a poor person? Yeah, money, right? So how would a poor person feel if they had 70% of their wealth being taken? They wouldn't like it, would they? Nope. So, I mean, it's okay to do it to rich people just because they're rich. See, that doesn't fucking compute to me. You know, these people, a lot of them, have worked very hard their entire lives to accumulate that wealth. And, you know, they donate it to charities and stuff as well, and they open up jobs and they employ people and they pay for benefits for their employees, and there's a lot of things that these individuals do already, and plus they already pay a huge ass tax as it is. 70%? Well, I don't have millions of dollars, but if I did, and I was living in a country listening to this insane rhetoric and these people that were agreeing with her, I would be making exit plans. How would I secure my assets and my wealth that I earned from these fucking thieves that want to steal it and give it to people that didn't earn it? That's really what socialism is, you know. And I guess if you're at the very bottom of that totem pole, the socioeconomic bracket and society, if you're at the very bottom of that, you know, maybe there's some kind of appeal to that. Maybe you're thinking, oh wow, well I could definitely do with that money. But theft is theft. And we need to make sure that we are spreading the message that to steal from one person just to give to another with the only merit being that they have more than you think they should is wrong. We should all stand against that.